Hey, Marc Warnke here, PackGoats.com. Hey, one of the things you need to learn to teach your goats is, especially in any context, pack goats, goats in general, whatever, I use an occasional salted peanut to teach them this. But you can see the goats are up on the far end of the property. It's hard to see in that little video camera phone, but my guess is they're 500 yards from here, but watch, hopefully they'll come back down through this gate. They're just learning this new pasture, but we'll see. Goats! Goats! Ah, boys! Goats!
Oh, I hear what sounds like a peacock.
Hi, goats! They're kind of confused how to get through the creek. Hi, goats! Goats! Hi, boy! So what I'll do, if he doesn't figure it out, I'll go down to the actual point that I want him to come through. They've come through this gate like 4 or 5 times, so they don't know like their regular path. Come on, goats! Goats! Hi, boys! The other thing is I don't think they're done feeding yet. We just don't have the upper end of that pasture properly fenced yet. So we'll see. It looks like they're gonna ball up right there. What I'll go do now, because they're still not properly trained to come through this path and they don't know how the lay of this land works, you give them another couple weeks, they'll know their path through everything. They just don't yet. What I'll do is I'll go down there with some salted peanuts, bring them the rest of the way, and they'll learn what's expected of them. So I'm gonna go finish that in part B. All right, so this is the add-on. I'm gonna come down and finish this training session for you guys to see. Because again, never let a goat or any animal you're training not do what's asked of them. Now these guys at this point aren't being defiant. They just don't understand. Sorry about that, covered up the camera. They just don't understand. So now I'm going to use the added incentive of the peanut jar. Goats! Goats! Hi, boys! Goats! The main problem is they're just not done feeding yet. So, but I gotta go, and Trisha didn't want to be left alone with them. You can see them coming through the brush now. Goats! Good boys! Led by the little girl. Hi, goats! Good boys! Good boy. Okay, they're gonna bomb me. And again, the goal is not to give necessarily every single one of them because I'll get bombed. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. I just stick a few in here. Hey. Okay. Good. All right. I got to get out of here. I'm going to get bombed. All right. Okay. So you can see, trying to give a treat to a whole bunch of goats was fairly unadvisable. So, hey, get out of here. This is why I don't like to train with treats very often. So we're gonna use them intermittent just to teach them what we want. This is why you don't give goats treats regularly. It gets quite violent among themselves, and then you're in the mix of it. So I'm gonna get the peanut can out of here. All right, you guys, bugger off. All right, so now gonna go close the gate, and all the goats are in from the far pasture. So kind of interesting, kind of get to see things not go so well and how I handle it. All right, there you go. The last thing I want to mention about it is that a better choice would have been to go out there with a handful of peanuts, but I wanted the added incentive of the command associated with the noise that meant they were going to get a treat. So when they hear this, they know that means treat. And then when I associate it with goats, then they know Dad's got a treat. When they come down and find out I don't have any, or I just have a few in my pocket in the future, so we're in the process of this training. And so that's kind of what we're doing right now. So there you go. Hope you find that helpful.